Today we're gonna be recreating The Weeknd's most iconic album cover, Starboy.
Honestly, the hardest part, A74. Let's do this. It is so hot.
Music is the most universal hobby across the world. Everybody loves music. It creates an emotion within us. I think we overlook how powerful the album cover is because whenever we think of a song, you think of the album cover. And last year, I attempted to recreate the Nirvana album cover, Nevermind, and a couple of others. So I'm gonna attempt to recreate this album cover. That being said, let's get into it. Just ignore how terribly this turned out. My printer's low on ink. But first things first is we need to get some things. He has 3 rings on his hand, one on his middle finger, one on his ring finger, and then on his left hand, he has one on his index finger. If you know me, you know I love my rings, so it wasn't very hard to find them. But we got the George Washington ring, one that's pretty cool. It's probably one of my favorite rings, and then some random ring I got for like $2. Then we need to find a cross. This is Cole from the future, and we could not find a cross good enough for this, so we're gonna have to compromise in Photoshop. Lastly, we need a leather jacket. That was terrible. I screwed that up, but you get the point. I don't have one of those, so we're gonna go to a thrift store. Hopefully we can find one, but yeah, let's do it. Back, and we got this leather jacket. It is a little long, but it should work out honestly perfect. Oh my gosh, it's actually like the perfect leather if you like compare it to the actual photo. I mean, it's leather, so obviously. But I also got a camera. I had to get it. It was like $15. And then for the actual shot, I'm gonna be using the couch, of course. Honestly, the hardest part is gonna be lighting, so let's get it set up. There's 3 different light sources. There's one from the side, kind of from behind, that's a lot harsher on his jacket. Then one that's from above, creating a lot softer of a light. And then one from below, creating a lot more intense, moody look on his face. One of my favorite things about photos and videos is setting up the lighting. I feel like it makes or breaks a photo. But these are gonna be the lights that I use. The GVM light, over the top, softer, and then this is gonna be the light that hits my left shoulder. That's gonna be a lot more harsh. That might be like actually perfect. That light is supposed to be a lot harsher than the one above, and then we're gonna use this to be able to put below me to get that really moody look. For the actual photo, we're gonna use the A7 IV to be able to capture the actual shot with the Sigma 24-70 2.8. I also changed my shirt, all black, leather jacket. This is actually gonna be so sick. Oh my gosh. And then I got these glasses, okay? These are my go-to glasses. I freaking love these things. Instead of just like recreating it perfectly, I want to like add my own little thing to like each album cover that I recreate. But yeah, anyways, let's do this thing. First try. Okay. So first thoughts, I need to make sure that my eyebrows are raised more. I feel like it's pretty close, but I'm realizing I also think it might be a little too low of an angle. So let's raise it. At this point, I was literally dying of heat. I turned off the air conditioning so it didn't screw up all the audio. So I was just trying to get through it as fast as I could, but I knew I had to give myself a lot of options. So I literally probably took over 50 different photos to make sure that, you know, in post I didn't have to reset up and stuff. It is so hot. But I think we got it. Now let's jump into Lightroom. Touch it up. Okay, so we got the photo. We're gonna put it into Lightroom. But yeah, I think this is gonna be the one I like the most.
So I'm gonna use the original photo going side by side and adjusting the basic corrections just to kind of get it to match a little bit.
I'm gonna start with masking. I'm gonna focus on the face to get the proper face lighting between the original and mine. Then I'm gonna jump into doing glasses, a little bit of hair. I'll do the rings, the jacket, and everything. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna desaturate it, and then I'm gonna go to the color wheels, and I'm gonna bring down that global color to like a dark blue. And then we go to midtones a little bit as well and adjust those because I feel like it's not blue enough. So I'm gonna denoise it, and then yes, I'm gonna export it, and then I'm gonna throw it into Photoshop. So once I have it imported, I'm gonna remove the background, create a blank square that's just white and put it behind it. And I'll change the color in just a second. I'm gonna duplicate the original album cover, and I'm gonna mask out the cross because I couldn't find one that matched the vibe well enough. And using the paint bucket, it's a little bit more of a pink red rather than a solid red. Kind of look back and forth between the two different photos, make sure they match. Then now to the fun part, I'm gonna add the text. So I found this text or this font that I think would be so dope. It's called Ethnocentric. It has kind of like a space vibe to it, but I feel like it matches the glasses. So I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna make it like as bold as it gets, kind of match it up. I'm gonna put it behind me so that the picture of me is masked on top of it. Then I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna import a piece of paper texture. You'll notice that the original has its own texturing, but I wanna do my own kind of vibe. It's a little bit different, but I think it'll look cool. I'm gonna set the blend mode to linear dodge add. Then I'm gonna grab the parental advisory, explicit content, mask that out from the original. And then after all that, we're done. I am stoked. Let's go show Addie. Okay, don't open it until I say. Okay, as the biggest Weeknd fan, I expect honest.
I'm always honest.
Okay, ready? Go.
Oh, I can't open it. Ooh, I like the glasses. It looks so good. I like the font. It's different, but I love it. I love it. I can't even remember what the first one looks like. I love it. You did so good.
Comment below what album cover you think I should do next. I have a couple of ideas, but I want to hear what you guys think. And then make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss it. And if you guys like photography or videography or anything like that, or just anything, don't forget to follow or don't forget to subscribe. Peace.